Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. So in my last video where we discussed, do we really need high percentage active ingredients? And one of those ingredients I discussed was azelaic acid. And I also spoke about my experience with a 15% azelaic acid serum and kind of was left a bit disappointed in terms of the results. However, azelaic acid is still an absolutely incredible ingredient with a multitude of benefits for the skin. And discussing that very briefly in that video, I kind of wanted to do a whole separate video on the amazing benefits of azelaic acid. So first of all, what is azelaic acid? Well, azelaic acid is a naturally occurring deoxyribonucleic acid. It's that acid that is naturally found in our own skin by our own yeast. And it also comes from grains such as wheat, barley and rye. It can be produced in labs and it has been used to treat many different skin concerns for so many years. And azelaic acid isn't that closely associated with your typical exfoliating acids. That would be AHAs, which is your alpha hydroxy acid, your BHAs, which is the beta hydroxy acid, and also your PHAs, which are your polyhydroxy acids. However, in saying that, it will very gently exfoliate the skin, but more on that in a minute. And with it being not just your typical exfoliating acid, it can be a lot more tolerable and a lot more desirable to use amongst your other gold standard active ingredients, so that being retinoids, your other exfoliating acids, and also vitamin C's, to name a few. However, I do believe that you should kind of avoid using benzoyl peroxide with azelaic acid and just kind of use them on alternate days. So with azelaic acid being super incredibly versatile and desirable to use in your skincare routine, it really does treat concerns such as hyperpigmentation, acne, inflammation issues like rosacea on the skin, and helps to even out the texture irregularities on the skin. It is also great to know that azelaic acid is safe to use whilst pregnant and whilst breastfeeding, and it is great for all skin tones. And so azelaic acid works incredibly well to treat and prevent post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and also post-inflammatory erythema by decreasing the melanin production on the skin. So it's great to tackle those existing PIH and PIE dark spots on the skin, but also kind of prevent them from forming as well. And of course, wearing sunscreen and protective clothing will really help decrease the overproduction of melanin on the skin. But yes, azelaic acid used in conjunction with SPF will kind of be that like perfect pairing. And also azelaic acid is one of the best, well, being biased here, but yeah, it is. It is one of the best anti-inflammatory ingredients out there on the market, especially with people who suffer from rosacea. It helps decrease and subside the inflammation that is associated with rosacea by calming the skin, preventing future flare-ups. However, of course, again, it is so incredibly necessary to wear sunscreen and also protection clothing to just enhance that protection level against rosacea flare-ups. And not only is azelaic acid great at tackling hyperpigmentation and also inflammation on the skin, it's actually a fantastic acne fighting ingredient. This is because it decreases the bacteria on the skin that causes acne, which is called Cutibacterium. So azelaic acid actually eats away at this Cutibacterium, just really helping to minimize the spread of the acne and just really decrease any future breakouts. And because azelaic acid has those amazing anti-inflammatory benefits for the skin, it really will help acne because it can just decrease those really red, sore, inflamed breakouts on the skin, whilst also eating away at the bacteria. So prevention with acne and also treating it at the same time. And not only that, yes, there is more to this amazing ingredient. So azelaic acid will really help gently slough away the dead skin cells on the surface of the skin. However, it is good to know that it is not in the same league as our common exfoliating acid, but over time it will gently slough away the dead skin cells on the surface of the skin. And dead skin cells actually kind of have a bad rap in the skincare and beauty industry, as the dead skin cells can actually protect and form that barrier for the skin. However, what we need to be concerned of is the build-up of the layer of the dead skin cells, which can lead on to clogged pores and dull looking skin. So overall, it's kind of about finding that balance and just gently slang away those dead skin cells to not disrupt the skin barrier, but also to enhance your other skincare products and allow them to perform at their very best. And you can find azelaic acid in many different concentrations that are available to us. However, different countries have different regulations on azelaic acid and the concentrations. I think maybe up to 10% in the US that you can buy in the drugstores. However, I think 15 to 20% I think is over the counter or is prescribed. I'm not too sure on that one, but it's definitely more readily available here in the UK. And I did briefly mention this in my last video, so I'll leave that video linked in the description box down below. But yes, usually 10% azelaic acid is the most common to find. And also it's really good to note that when using a higher concentration of azelaic acid, whether that be the 15% or the 20%, and whether that be in a cream or gel or like a foam formula kind of base, then you may experience sensitivity issues with that. However, yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. You may experience sensitivity issues, but you may also just be absolutely fine. However, please do ensure that you have patience, because these things do take time. However, with the higher concentrations of 15 and 20%, research has shown that concentrations as around 10% is still incredibly effective at treating skin concerns such as hyperpigmentation, acne, inflammation and rosacea, and also uneven texture irregularities. And for me, I absolutely love azelaic acid, and I'm really intrigued when I see it in an ingredients list on a product. It is said that azelaic acid can be somewhat tricky to formulate with and execute to the right texture desired. And then that leads us on to some of the azelaic acid products that I have personally tried in my skincare journey, and yeah, the good and the bad ones. So starting off with the Ordinary's 10% azelaic acid suspension, this product was definitely a game changer for me in a good and also in a bad way. I absolutely loved the results it had on evening out my skin tone and really just sort of preventing future breakouts from forming. However, the texture of this was not for me whatsoever. It was kind of like really grainy, and the spreadability was just non-existent. Like, it felt far too thick and it just like stuck onto your face, like it wasn't pleasant whatsoever. So even though I absolutely loved kind of the results from the Ordinary's azelaic acid product, the texture I was very, very happy to see the back of. And I'd absolutely love to see the Ordinary reformulate this product, and once they reformulate it and sort out the texture issues, then take my money. And I've also been using Face Theory's 15% azelaic acid serum, and yeah, definitely had good and bad experiences with this product. The texture is sublime and it is super creamy, whilst also being very kind of like fluid at the same time. Like, it really, really is a world away from the Ordinary's texture anyway. However, I just didn't really see much improvement on that 5% increase in concentration. Like, maybe I was just hoping and expecting far too much from a 15% azelaic acid serum in kind of maybe a short amount of time. I'm going to be honest there. Maybe I just needed to give it a bit more longer to actually see, you know, credible results. But yeah, it really does go to show that everyone's skin is different and it reacts differently to all of those products we love. And I've also been using Revolution Skincare's Anti-Blemish Boost azelaic acid moisturizer, and yeah, this is definitely a different consistency and texture because it is that moisturizer and not kind of like that serum base. And I really have thoroughly enjoyed using this product. It's definitely one of those products that is kind of like just that helper product in your routine. Like, it's definitely not life-changing, but it just has really fantastic ingredients in there that are just gonna, yeah, elevate your other skincare products and just protect your skin and nourish it and, yeah, repair it at the same time. There is also Naturium's 10% azelaic acid emulsion, which, to be honest with you, sounds very, very pleasing to me because it is obviously in that emulsion base, so it really will, I think personally for me anyway, it will really help with my combination skin. It won't be too thick or it won't be too lightweight. It'll just be that really nice consistency that, yeah, just spreads evenly across the skin and It's just a dream to work with. However, Naturium do not ship here to the UK, alas, just like many other skincare products I want. Also, I actually want to give Naturium a second chance. Some of their products are, are kind of just like, I personally wouldn't buy them, but some of them actually look really, really good and really promising for the skin. And pushing aside that whole disclosure scandal we had, was it last year or the year before? Like, we move on, we forgive and we forget. Life is too short, I really do kind of want to, well, when it's available in the UK anyway, I really do want to purchase a few Naturium products and see if they really do work for my skin. It really does look like a great brand, and the price point is looking good as well. So please do let me know in the comments down below your experiences with Azelaic Acid and what products you use with Azelaic Acid in there, treatments or prescribed treatments or whatever, over the counter or drugstore. Like, just let me know, and yeah, we'll have a little chat. So I really do hope you've enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I'll see you very, very soon for a brand new one. See you later. Bye bye.